Are you thinking about moving to Seattle? Have you done your research? And now you have some sticker shock at the home prices in this area. I totally hear you, but all is not lost. There are homes to be found that are affordable in great neighborhoods. And I've compiled a list of 8 different suburbs of Seattle that are my picks. Some are cheapest, some are cheaper, but they're all more affordable than what maybe you've seen online. And we're gonna get after it right now. Okay, we'll get to that list in just a second. But first, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to stay in the know about the Seattle real estate market, click that subscribe button and tap that bell for notifications. My name's Rob. I'm a licensed real estate broker here in Seattle, and I talk to people just like you every day who are looking to make a move to their for now home or their forever home. So if that's you, check my info out in the description below, send me an email, shoot me a text, give me a call, or better yet, set up a Zoom call with me. I'd love to see your face and help understand what your needs are in finding your next home. So without further ado, let's get on with our list with number 1, Duvall Washington. You know, a pro tip when you're recording video, it helps to actually hit record, or you'll actually talk about a whole segment that your camera does not pick up. Well, that might have just happened to me. Anyway, we're here to talk about Duvall Washington. And I had the pleasure of visiting there not too long ago with some clients who were in from out of town who wanted to go up there and look at some houses. So off we went. Now for context, Duvall is about 40 minutes northeast of the greater Seattle and Bellevue areas. It's still in King County, which is where Seattle and Bellevue are. And also for further context, the greater Seattle area also includes Snohomish County to the north and Pierce County to the south. But for this trip, we were staying in King County. So off we went. And what I loved about Duvall was it was just so quaint and almost a throwback to kind of old, not old, but just charming towns of years gone by. It had the one main street, you've got the local restaurants, you've got the boutiques and everything, and A- rated schools. According to a source that I use frequently called niche.com. And we'll include some of those links down in the description below so you can do some further research on the school systems in there. But I had a friend of mine say to me, Rob, why are you going to include Duvall on a list of cheaper or cheapest suburbs of Seattle? Well, I like it that much. That's why. And comparatively speaking, it is cheaper than other suburbs of Seattle. The median home price is around $599,000, and the median rent is about $2,200 a month. And then your commute times, again, 38 minutes into Seattle, 28 minutes into Bellevue. Now keep in mind, those could include some tolls. But also, according to a source that I use frequently called niche.com, they ranked Duvall as the 5th best suburb in Washington to buy a house. That's not too shabby, especially in this market. So I encourage you, check out the links in the description below to learn more about Duvall Washington. But for now, we're on to the number 2 on our list, and that is Carnation Washington. All right, now we're talking about a little town that was ranked 44th best suburb in the state of Washington to raise a family, and that's Carnation Washington. It's just a little south of where we were just at in Duvall, about 25 minutes east of Redmond. So as an example, if you've got a job at Microsoft, Carnation may be a great option for you, especially if you're a cowboy. I just read a review on Carnation and that said that it's a sleepy little town with great restaurants and it's got that cowboy type feel. I don't know what that means, but maybe you just bring your horse and your cowboy hat and your boots and you're good to go. But anyway, it's about 25 minutes east of Redmond, like I said, 37 minutes down into downtown Seattle, and about 45-minute commute down into to get to the airport if you're traveling. So that might be an option for you. Got some A+ rated schools out there as well. And check out, again, the description below for more information on Carnation Washington. And now on to number 4 or 3. Where am I at in this list? I don't know. I think it's number 3. All right, coming in at number 3 on our list of cheapest places to live around Seattle is a suburb of Puyallup. Wow, I got it right that time. The first couple of takes, I couldn't say it right. It is Puyallup, and that's named after the Indian tribe of the same name, which means the generous people. And I've actually found that to be the case whenever I've visited down there and shown some homes or what have you. But it's about an hour south of Seattle and about 20 minutes from Tacoma. So you might say, hey, Rob, that's more a suburb of Tacoma than it is Seattle. And I don't disagree with you. Let's call it both, because when I worked downtown Seattle, I actually knew people that commuted up, and they did it because they got more house for their money down in Puyallup. The median home price down there is only $360,000, and the median rent's about $1,400. So consider that when you're choosing a place to live. But Puyallup is also known for one thing around here, and that is the State Fair of Washington. So come the fall, if you're in the mood for funnel cakes and corn dogs and good music and rides, head down south to Puyallup. Now, when I first moved here, there was those slogans on TV. It was "Do the Pew." I hated it. You couldn't escape those commercials. Thankfully, they've done away with it, and it's a great time anytime I've been down there. So check out the description below for more information on Puyallup. And on to number 5 or number 4. I don't know where we are. I keep losing track, but on to the next one. All right, we're at the halfway mark. Coming in at number 4 is Auburn, Washington. That's in South King County, population about 85,000. Not too far from Puyallup, the last city we talked about. It's about 20 minutes from Tacoma, 46 minutes from Seattle, and a good 30 minutes from the airport if you're traveling. Median home price down there is still relatively low. We're coming in at around $393,000, and median rent's about $1,400 as well. Now, fun fact, did you know Slaughter was the original name of Auburn? And it was named after William Slaughter, who, ironically, was slaughtered by a group of Indians during a clash back in 1855. Well, then, these pioneers from Auburn, New York, who came out west, had the audacity to change the name. Well, I guess it stuck because we're still with Auburn today. All right, on to number 5. All right, we're getting closer to Seattle with this next entry, and that is the suburb of Kent, Washington. Kent is about 36 minutes from downtown Seattle. It'll take you 40 minutes to get to Bellevue going up 405. And if you're heading out of town, it'll take you 30 minutes to get to the airport. Now, the median home price in Kent right now is about $414,000, with the median rent being about $1,600. Now, those prices are a little high, and you might be thinking, why is this the cheapest list of places to live in Seattle? Well, again, when you think about it relative to the rest of the region, this firmly places Kent on this list. Now, Kent holds a really special place in my heart. When I used to work for Starbucks, which many of you know who watch this channel, I got to work with the manufacturing folks, and there's a roasting plant down in Kent. They roast all that coffee that's used in your drinks, and they also blend the teas that are used in your drinks as well. And when I tell you, going into those buildings, it's sensory overload with the intense smell of coffee, and then going into another room and it's the intense smell of tea. So again, Kent holds a really special place in my heart because there's awesome people down there doing stuff behind the scenes to make sure you have a great beverage. Anyway, on to our next one, and that is we're heading north. We're going up to Everett. See you in a minute. Okay, hang with me just a little bit longer. We're almost to the end. Well, coming in at number 7 is Everett, Washington. Everett is about home to 110,000 people. The median home price is not that expensive, again, relative to the region. It's $394,000, and the median rent is about $1,400. Now, the cool thing about Everett in recent years is that in years past, if you wanted to fly out of town, you had to drive 50 minutes, maybe an hour to get to the Seattle International Airport. Well, recently, in the past couple of years, they opened commercial service at Payne Field, which is 15 minutes from Everett. So Alaska Airlines has daily flights out of there now, making it super easy if you are a commuter or a traveler for work. The other cool thing about Everett is, and again, longtime viewers of this channel, okay, in the past month, I've just started the channel, but anyway, viewers of this channel know that I used to work at Boeing, and Everett is home to the largest building on the planet, and that is the Boeing manufacturing site up there. And I've been in there before, and let me tell you, you feel that small when you're standing next to a 747 on the ground. Now, they have tons of manufacturing going on there, and there's so many, I don't even know how many people are employed by Boeing in Everett anymore, but it is a lot. And I would argue it's probably most of the population there in Everett. But give Everett a shot. It's got great scenery. It's right up there, just about 37 minutes north of Seattle. So you can jump into the city when you want to or need to. All right, we're heading on up to Linwood. Linwood, Washington is number 7 on our list. And it is at the intersection of highways 405 and I-5. So it's easy access to both Bellevue at about 25 minutes and Seattle at about 22 minutes. Now, I would watch the morning traffic reports if I were you. It might take a little longer in rush hour, but I digress. The city of Linwood is about a population of about 38,000 people. And I didn't know this until I was doing some research just now, that the city of Linwood has the highest concentration of retailers in the region. I didn't know that. Now, I will say the only thing I bought in Linwood, it was my car. So shout out to John Bang over at Mercedes of Linwood. He gave awesome service, and I would buy my car there again. So if you're in the market for a new car, and I get nothing for saying this, go see John. Anyway, the median home price up in Linwood is a little bit higher than some other areas we've talked about today. So it's coming in at about $492,000, and that's pretty understandable given its proximity to both Bellevue and Everett and Seattle. So check out Linwood. Oh, by the way, one fun fact is it's named for a person named Lynn. The realtor who was selling some plots of land back in the 40s named it after his wife, Lynn. So there you go. Anyway, on to the last one on our list, and that's Covington. All right, you made it. We're at the end of our list. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and tap that bell for notifications so you can be aware of all of our new videos coming out. But let's get on with the rest of the list. And that city is Covington. And Covington is a small city, only about 20,000 people. It is on the east side of Lake Washington in King County. And it's a fun fact about Covington is it's only been incorporated since 1997. So it's a really young city, so to speak. Median home price in there is about $434,000 with a $1,900 median rent in that area. The one problem that might exist for Covington is the arteries that feed the city could get congested during rush hour because there's no easy access to some of the main highways. Now, if you've got that hybrid work situation going where you're not going into the office all the time, probably won't be a problem. But there's some great homes out there, awesome people, and great schools. My friend Vanessa says it's mother approved. All right, thanks for hanging with me on this list of cheapest cities and suburbs to live in the Seattle area. I hope you found it informative. I've had a lot of fun making this video. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know if you agree, disagree, or what other ideas for future videos you would like to see, and we'll be happy to incorporate them into our playlists. But until then, if I can be of any service to you to help you find your for now home or your forever home, check my information out in the description below. Shoot me a text, send me an email, give me a call, or better yet, set up a Zoom call. I'd love to see your face and get to know you better, understand your needs, and help you find that home. So until next time, be safe and have a good one.